Alright, hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to today's video. Today's video is not going to be a vlog. It's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be about my experience, I don't really know, my time at Penn State so far. I've been wanting to make this video for a while. I actually wanted to make this video over the summer, but I feel like I'm at a good point where I could make this video now. I feel like now we are getting into the heat of college application season, which is so hard to believe that that's happening right now. So because of that, I've been getting, some DMs, comments, and all that kind of stuff of people that are applying to Penn State for next year, which is fall 2020. That's so freaking weird to think about. So just to give you guys a little bit of a background, this is my first year at Penn State. I went to Quinnipiac University last year, but this video isn't going to be about my transfer process and all that kind of stuff. This is solely going to be about my experience here. So just as an FYI. I actually started school at Penn State this past summer. I've been here since June and it's the end of October right now almost, which is so weird. I did a summer semester, which was essentially the end of my freshman year, I guess you could say. I'm in the College of Education. I'm also working towards an HDFS minor, which is Human Development and Family Studies. That's in the College of Health and Human Development. I am super into those classes as well, and I am almost done with that minor actually. And my other minor is going to be communications, most likely, just because I have a bunch of those credits from my old school that I need to figure out what I'm going to do with them. I also feel like I should mention that I am at main campus. There are some people obviously that are looking at branch campuses and stuff, but I don't really have that much knowledge about the branch campuses because I've only been at University Park, which is located here in State College. I guess I want to start off by saying that for me personally, genuinely coming here has been literally the best decision I have ever made so far, and I have not regretted that decision for a single second. I kind of just want to share my experience here and why I have fallen in love with the school so much and why it feels like home, When I was applying here and thinking of coming here, I wanted to know a little bit more about what it felt like to people to go there, you know what I mean? So some days when things get so hard with schoolwork and it just gets stressful, because being a college student is stressful, but there are just some days when I just walk outside and I just look around at what's around me. I'm just damn, this is my freaking school. It's crazy. It's so crazy because I literally a year ago I would have never thought that I would have ended up here. They also call Penn State Happy Valley, and I understand that 100%. So we'll get into the first category, academics. I feel something that goes along with academics that I have gotten a few questions about is class size, because obviously Penn State is a very, very big school. In all the Penn State campuses, the whole Penn State system, there's 98,000 kids. There are not that many kids here at main campus. I can promise you that. It's probably 40,000 undergrads, and I don't know how many grad students. Right now I am finishing off a lot of gen ed classes and stuff, and for my gen ed classes, they're definitely larger classes because they're lectures. My bi-sci class is in Thomas 100, which is our biggest lecture hall here on campus. That is not the size of all of your classes. I will promise you that. There are some seniors here that have never had a class in Thomas 100. I just got lucky enough to have it. I don't know. I really don't mind it. I think it's fun. Every time I go in there, it feels smaller and smaller. I really don't feel like there are 650 kids in that class, but again, it's a gen ed science, I think something so commendable about a lot of the professors here is that they make those big classes feel so small. My ed psych teacher literally knows everyone's name. I don't know how she does it, but she knows everyone. She makes it super personable. You can still easily participate, and she is calling on people to participate to get everyone involved, so that's super awesome. They rated the campus overall with an A. Yeah, it's such a pretty campus. It's so nice, and I feel like even though it's big, it's set up like so strategically. So we have like east, west, north, and south campus, and then obviously you have like the downtown, which is where south campus is. So every like area of campus has dorms, and it has like 1 to 2 dining halls, a market, which is like a grocery store. I can get into like dorms after, but the campus is pretty much like a big square. It's a really perfect size for me, and me personally, like I like thrive off of a big environment. Definitely a lot of walking, I can't lie about that, but again, like for me personally, like I don't mind that. Athletics A+. I can't, oh my god, I am definitely a person that wanted a school with like big sports life, especially football. That has been something that I've literally loved here. If you have never been to a Penn State football game, you need to go. The thing is, because our sports are so big, it really unites everyone so much. Like when you're in the football stadium and there's 105,000 people around you, they feel like your best friends. Like it's literally like you're with your best friends. It's so cool. It makes the school have such like a community feel, and it's so dope. We have so much school spirit. Like we have so much school spirit. People definitely make jokes about Penn State being like a cult, because like when you like walk into the stadium, especially the student section, you could definitely say that like the student section is like choreographed because of the chants and the songs and like the moves that we do with our hands, and like it's amazing. I love that. I feel like people are definitely intimidated by it when they're like the away team, but that's just us. So for location, we are obviously in the dead center of Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure Old Main Lawn has a mark where it's like the dead center of Pennsylvania. I don't want to say it's like the boonies, but like it's definitely, I mean, it's Pennsylvania. It's not city at all. But once you get into Penn State, it's like the secluded area where it's like it is Penn State, you know? The town of State College has like 80,000 people living in it, which is huge. Our downtown is like rows and columns of a college town. It's a college town for students, run primarily by students. There are so many things to do, so many shops, like all like your big shops, your Target, your Amazon, Urban Outfitters, H&M, like those like big like national stores, and like your McDonald's or Taco Bell, like, you know, like those big restaurants. But then there's also like signature restaurants to Penn State that are like really like traditional and stuff like that. And there are a ton of like bars and clubs, which here are 21 and over. I know some college towns have like 18 and older like clubs and bars, but here it is strictly 21 and older. You are not getting in there unless you're like actually 21, I promise you. The Jonas Brothers have a really close tie with Penn State and Jam's Bar. It's where Joe celebrated his 21st birthday, and their manager is also from Penn State. They did some of their first gigs in State College. They came here for a concert. Joe came for a home opener. They were supposed to come to the Whiteout next weekend. They came and performed at Champs in April, and they just like go to the bar and hang out. Like it's really cool. I guess we could talk about like campus food and dorm life. Obviously off campus there are so many food options, but also on campus there are so many food options. Again, every area of campus has a huge dining hall, which is really awesome. You can go to literally whatever one you want, and every area also has like a market, which I don't really know if I've taken a video of some of the markets, but like fresh produce, like literal grocery store. And they also have other things like trash bags and Lysol wipes, shaving cream, and like just, it's like a mini Target, you know what I mean? I don't know if I've really talked about like the campus food here, but like honestly I really like it. Obviously nothing compares to UMass Amherst food. That's like the best college food in the country, I'm pretty sure, but honestly no complaints about the food here so far. It's buffet styled, which I appreciate so much. For most of the dining halls you just go in and swipe and it's all you can eat buffet. But then we also have the Hub, which has tons and tons of options like Sbarro, Panda Express, Jamba Juice, Chick-fil-A. There's just a lot in there. Oh, Starbucks. There's a few Starbucks around campus, and you can use your meal points as money at those things. Like your points will just turn into money. And as of dorm life, I've been really fortunate that my 2 dorms here have both been renovated dorms with air conditioning and pod styled private bathrooms. I feel like I've been really lucky. If you go to my move-in vlog for both June and August, I definitely like put in videos of the bathrooms and stuff. And I guess we could just talk about like student life activities, parties and stuff like that, which I got a few questions about. There are constantly things going on, and obviously Penn State is huge with Thon in terms of like school activities. There's always something going on, like free concerts, or there's concerts at the BJC constantly. I think I've gone to like 3 or 4 concerts so far, and it's October, so we're doing pretty well. And in terms of party life, but honestly, just like every school, you can make any school party school, or you can make any school a non-party school. It's definitely there if you want it, but you don't have to like take part in it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we can get into some of the little Q&A things. I've written down some questions that I've gotten. So one of the biggest ones is, what's it like adjusting to a big environment? And I guess it also can kind of go with like, is it hard to make friends? So honestly, for me, adjusting to the big environment wasn't difficult, just because, again, for me personally, I wanted a bigger school. What I'll say is that it's really easy to make a big school feel small if you want it to. It's so easy to find your community of people in your niche and all that kind of stuff. There's so many ways to get involved, so many ways to find your group of people. Overall, people want to know like what the atmosphere is like here, and it's just so, it really is really welcoming. And I noticed that from the first time I stepped onto campus. I just felt the community and the environment, like the sense of like family. Like when we say we are Penn State, like we all are Penn State, literally, like no matter who you are, where you're from. One thing for sure is I'm gonna link a video below of this video that, oh my god, I can't remember their name, but they put together a video called like We Are Penn State, and it's basically about like their experience at Penn State, and it's like super like emotional. It's so good. If you're torn because it's like, oh, the school is rated better than this school, but I feel better at that school, like don't focus on like the numbers and the statistics that much, because truly, if you are like at a school where you know that you're destined to be and where you love, literally, I promise you everything will fall into place. Even if you don't know like your major and you're just going in undecided and you're just confused, just go where your heart is like telling you to go. You know, it's where you feel at home, you know? Yeah, I feel like I've been ranting in this video for so long about just like everything, but I've had so many things that I've like wanted to get off my chest and talk to you guys about, because just so much has been going on here in the best way. So I hope I answered all of your questions and like kind of touched on whatever you wanted me to talk about. But if you have any other questions or anything else that you're wondering about, please let me know. My Instagram handle, all that kind of stuff is in the description. Send me a DM. It's at kayla.michaud. Or just feel free to like leave something in the comments and I'll respond to you. Also, be sure to let me know in the comments if you are like a current Penn State student, if you're thinking of coming here for next year or even like 2 years out. Definitely let me know. I'm really curious to know what's the deal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time.